I'm renovating my abandoned Japanese bathroom. I left off applying concrete on the walls and leaving it to dry. My next step is to finish the concrete walls with a smooth concrete material and prepare the upper wall for wood paneling. Wait, why am I being dragged across the floor? I've stopped. The first layer of concrete left holes all throughout the wall. I'm using a concrete mix called Just Filler. It's used to fill in holes and create a very smooth finish. This will be the final layer of the lower portion of the wall. It's very smooth and creamy. The consistency is like creamy peanut butter. Creamy peanut butter. The filler concrete went on easily. Why didn't I just start with this concrete? Well, it's not designed to be plastered on thick. It's made as a finish layer. So this had to be the last layer applied. The results were exactly what I wanted, smooth and flat. There's gotta be something I can do about this monster. Hey, you're not having any weird nightmares these days, are you?
No. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Do you know anything about a monster that looks like a turtle?
Huh? Like a Kappa?
A kappa? What's that?
It's some sort of water monster. I heard an old lady talking about it by the old temple on the ridge.
Hey, when was that?
I think she's always at the temple in the evenings.
Alright, thanks.
Sure.
I'm going to install hinoki wood panels to the walls. The cement is dry, and now I will continue with the upper half of the walls. I'll install 1-inch thick wood beams around the walls to raise the wood panels off the wall. Then I will install the wood panels to the wood beams. This will give some space between the wood and the wall to let the wood breathe better. Next, I will start building the frame for the upper half of the walls. I need to raise the panels off the wall 1 inch to let them breathe. I also need something to attach them to the wall. I will use these cedar boards that are about 1 inch thick. I will cut them into strips and screw them into the wall. This will be a frame in which I can install the panels onto. I'm using special concrete screws to attach them to the wall. Don't think that the screws will screw into the wall so easily. I'll try different drill bits to see which drill bit will drill into the wall the best. This drill bit is for glass actually. It did a pretty good job. I'm checking the strength of the screw to make sure it's going to hold the wood panels. The strength seems pretty good. I also have a few concrete drill bits. These drill bits worked well too. Looks like either will do okay. Oh, I almost forgot. I will use this mold-resistant silicone sealer to put between the wall and the wood. This is to keep moisture coming in from the bottom of the wood panels. Drilling into the wall was hard work. The drill bits lose effective drilling strength fast. This means I had to really put pressure on them to drill them into the wall. Now you might be saying, an impact hammer drill would do great here. And I agree, of course. But I don't have one. So it's the hard way. Many drill bits and screws broke in the process. It was a bloodbath. Nothing survived. Look at this old vent. Probably the most useless hole in a wall ever created. It didn't even have a bug screen. In the summer, this room would fill up with bees and mosquitoes. I had to tape a screen over it just to keep the insects out. Why would you just have it like this? I'm not sure if it even was effective as a vent, but it was very effective as a doorway for insects to come into the house. Man, completely useless in my opinion. I'm going to change that with an electric vent. This ventilation fan is completely sealed when off. When you turn it on, the door opens and it, well, vents out. It's a little smaller than the original hole. I'll build a smaller frame around the hole to accommodate the fan better. You'll be spinning soon, my little beautiful. The wood panel frames around the room are done. Next, I will install the hinoki wood panels onto the frames. It's evening now. I wonder if that old lady is at the temple now.
You want to know about the Kappa, don't you?
How did you know?
One important thing you need to know is once the Kappa has cursed you, there is no escape.
Why not? There has to be a way to break the curse or destroy the Kappa.
Destroy it? Boy, you can't destroy it. It will consume you before you break the curse.
Come on, there has to be something I can do.
Do as it asks. If you're lucky, you'll survive.
But how do I know exactly what it wants?
It is said that the spirit of the Kappa lives on a small temple on the eastern ridge. Go! Find your answers there. You must only approach in the evening and by dim candlelight.
That's very specific, but I'm gonna break this curse. You'll see.
Wait, and never go near water. The Kappa will certainly pull you under.
Great. You're telling me don't go by water? It's surrounded by the... Where'd she go? A well-aligned saw is crucial for this next step. I have an electric level to test the accuracy of my saw. A while back, I noticed that it just didn't cut straight. This is unacceptable for this project. The old wood cut shows that the saw's angle was off. You can see the light shine on the left, meaning it's not a straight cut. It took a lot of cutting and adjustments to get it just right. Eventually. Here is the hinoki wood panels. Aren't they beautiful? If only you could smell them through the TV. They smell so good. The first piece installed is the most crucial. It has to be cut perfectly. Everything has to be straight and lining up just right. If you get it wrong, the whole thing just becomes crooked. My jigsaw isn't cutting straight either. I think it has a bent blade. Back to the handsaw. I used the DeVoe laser to check the level of everything. Everything seems to be straight. I'm using a mix of flooring screws, glue, and the pin nail gun to attach the panels to the wall. These panels are never going to come off. I hope. I'll apply the silicone between the boards for extra watertight protection. I don't want any moisture entering behind the wood. I continually made sure the wall was being cut straight. The bottom has to be absolutely straight for it to look good. The end of the wall is the hardest area to install the panels. You always have a very unique piece of wood to cut and install. In this case, it's thin at the top and then comes out at the bottom. Be sure to measure well. This tool helps me get that perfect match on the wall so I can cut it exactly. On this last piece, I cut the male groove off of the wood board and I bevel cut on the other side. This allows it to wedge into place better and makes a nice tight fit. This piece is maybe too tight. Nothing a little soft hammering won't fix. Can't all life's problems be fixed the same way? The wall isn't completely straight. I'll use a tool called a planer to shave down the sides to make this piece of wood match the wall better. I shaved down the edges and the board fit flat against the wall much better. I've reached the edge of the light. I'll have a lot of wiring to do. I mean, the electrician will have a lot to do.
Heading out somewhere?
Just a little stroll around town. I'll be back.
With an old lantern?
Now this? Yeah, I thought I'd use a little old school light.
You're acting weird these days. But be well Kappas when you're out.
That's not funny.
What do you want?
Build me a home.
I know, but where? The ocean?
The ocean? Yes. Go to the ocean. The answer is there.
Hey. No, not now. Ah!
Now it's time to feed. And never go near water. The Kappa will certainly pull you under.